Hello there. I'm Dr. Srishti Banerjee, Masters of Physiotherapy in Neurology, working as an assistant professor at LJ Institute of Physiotherapy. Our topic today is home exercise program. We all know that physical therapy is not a passive treatment. We need active participation of the patient for a proper rehabilitation outcomes. Now, there are some set of patients who cannot attend our setup daily, or there are some set of patients who have attended a treatment session and now are discharged from a treatment session, but they need to engage themselves in certain exercises for a better outcome, for a better prognosis. Okay, so for such patients we engage them into home exercise program. See, one thing I want to add here is home exercise program is equally important when the patient is attending our setup daily. Now, in this diagram, as you can see that the we are rehabilitating a patient with a knee injury and he is a office goer. So how will we rehabilitate him at his work? We can just simply show him some exercises like flexion extension of knee, uh, which he can do at his desk. Similarly, walking. If he is sitting for an hour and a half, he can just get up and have a walk for 5 to 7 minutes. Home exercise programs should be taught consistently. We need to be very sure that the patient is doing them correctly. Then the patient knows what to do when if he has pain, when to stop, if he has pain, how many repetitions, how much time duration, everything. He should be very thorough. Once we are satisfied that he is thorough with that, then he can be left unsupervised. Now, we have to provide the patient with certain um, subjective outcomes to measure his progress at home, to keep him engaged in the home exercise program. One of the simple way is, for example, we are rehabilitating a patient with for shoulder range of motion. He can simply stand in form in front of the mirror and lift his both the arms together, and he can compare the range of motion of affected arm with the non-affected arm. Similarly, while we are testing the muscle endurance, what is muscle endurance? Muscle endurance is how much time the patient can hold one exercise. Okay, for how much time the muscle can hold a exercise. So for this, what we can do is, a simple example I would like to give you is, if we are training the core muscles, right, we can simply make the patient to hold a plank. Okay, for first week if he is holding it for 30 seconds, and in the second week he is able to hold it for 45 seconds, so it becomes a progress for him for of 15 seconds. For his walking abnormalities, he can just walk in front of the mirror and self assess himself. The exercise duration should be at least 15 to 20 minutes, which can be divided morning, lunchtime, mid afternoon, evening, and before going to the bed. In the early stages, whenever the patient comes to us, the muscles are weak, so we provide them with a shorter exercise duration. Okay, but slowly the muscles gain strength and we can increase this duration. Now, exercise which are done at home should be checked by the therapist regularly. Okay, so that we can know that if he is doing it in the correct way, and we can also make him progress, like increase in time duration, or adding some set of exercises. So this progress can only be done by us. Now, if we are targeting more than one muscle group specifically for the patients involved in fitness training, we can just engage them in a program which is known as circuit training. See, the first exercise you can see here is twisting push-ups, which involves the shoulder girdle and then the trunk rotation. Chair dips, again the shoulder girdle, triangular push-ups and Superman. So this 4 to 5, this is just an example, this 4 to 5 exercises the patient can get involved in when we are targeting the whole body for fitness purpose, and secondly for more than one muscle group. Now, one important thing here is we can simply add the exercises in activities the patient performs daily. For example, as you can see in this diagram, this lady is just wiping off the window. This simple movement can aid as an range of motion exercises for her shoulder. Okay, but just one thing she need to take care here is that the feet should remain still, and she should stand with a wide base of support to achieve a full range of motion of the shoulder, or a large range of motion of the shoulder. Now, postnatal exercises. Postnatal exercises are particularly for new mothers. After the delivery of the baby, she has a weak pelvic floor, weak abdominal muscles. But the irony here is that she is a very busy new mother. Okay. So, what happens here is we can just simply add some of the exercises in her routine. For example, if the trunk rotation is what we need to achieve, she can just lift a pile of clothes and move to the other side while she is ironing them. So this is one of the basic exercises that she can do while doing her daily activities. But one thing again here is that she has to keep her feet still. Certain points I would like to add here is, never let the patient go with only verbal instructions with home exercises. We can chart them out in a paper with written instructions. We can send them a mail of properly described exercises. We can send them a video of their own exercises which they were able to do. So what happens that the patient does not forget doing these exercises. Now, one thing here important here is, whenever, see, we require a continuous effort both at home and at the treatment session, so that the patient can get a full recovery. Thank you.